Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including a lot of Model S updates coming soon, Motor Trend hitting a 1.98 second 0 to 60 in the Plaid Model S, features missing in newly delivered Teslas, Yoke updates from Elon, and more, so let's get into it, and a special thanks to Detail Union for sponsoring this video. First up today, Tesla just recently changed their autopilot suite by dropping radar sensors in the Model 3 and Model Y. Their reasoning is that it will result in an overall better system, but for the time being, they are feature limited compared with radar cars. It seems that a parts shortage may have been at play more than people expected at first. In any case, those cars have been found to include a bug that impacts the Sentry Mode security system. According to multiple owners, Sentry Mode does not work at all and isn't triggered by motion or people passing the vehicle. Apparently, this bug was verified by Tesla engineering and only affects newly delivered Tesla Vision Model 3s and Ys. Likely this is a software bug that will be fixed soon, since radar should not be significantly involved with the Sentry Mode system, if at all. Hopefully it gets fixed quickly though, since Sentry Mode is one of the best security features of a Tesla, and every newly delivered Tesla Model 3 or Model Y is affected right now. Next up today, Tesla has reportedly begun expanding their START training program to Austin Community College in Texas. It comes as Tesla expands their Giga Texas factory, hoping to build the Model Y and Cybertruck there by the end of the year. The START program is a 12 to 14 week program where, quote, students develop the technical expertise and certifications they need through hands-on labs and self-paced learning, giving every student a fair and equal opportunity to pursue a rewarding career with Tesla. The goal is a chance to be an automotive technician specializing in electric cars. When completing the program, graduates are allowed to transition to employment at Tesla or another company, with many more options if you choose Tesla. There are currently 8 colleges that offer this program, and Austin Community College is the newest added to that list. According to the Austin Regional Manufacturing Association Executive Director, quote, with the potential for thousands of new jobs at Tesla alone, this partnership will be crucial to making sure the right training is provided for the right jobs. This will be another pathway at ACC for people to find a sustainable and meaningful career in manufacturing. Adding this program to Austin definitely makes a lot of sense for Tesla going forward as they build their new very large Giga Texas factory there. I wouldn't be shocked if Tesla ends up moving the majority of their operations there long term, and they will need thousands of engineers and employees to work there. Next up, for the new refreshed Model S, there appear to be a number of features coming soon to that car. Some involve track mode and others involve overall versatility, as well as things that have been missing. A few weeks ago, the Kilowatts spotted the Plaid Model S testing at Laguna Seca with a special adjustable wing on the back of the car. This is the only time we have seen that wing, but a few parts have shown up in the Model S catalog that point to upcoming features. First, there are 2 new wheels listed in the catalog. They are 0G wheels for the front and rear, sized at 285 front and 305 rear tires. These appear to be the same wheels that the Kilowatts spotted Tesla testing with, and they could very well be the wheels Tesla says are required for top specs on the Plaid Model S. For the Model S on Tesla's website, they say, quote, the indicated Plaid top speed requires proper wheels and tires, which will be available in fall 2021. So those wheels aren't available yet, meaning the Plaid cannot actually achieve those top specs currently. Likely these new 0G wheels are what achieves the top specs, along with Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. On top of this, there is not a part specifying the wing, but there's a part specifying no wing. It says, quote, liftgate no active arrow, which would point to the liftgate on the Model S as it is currently being delivered. No active arrow. However, Tesla even mentioning an active arrow seems to confirm that they also have a liftgate in the works with an active arrow, and we may see that come soon to the Plaid Model S for even better track performance. For versatility, a third row seat assembly and hardware can be spotted in the parts catalog, suggesting that Tesla is really planning to make the 7-seater Model S Plaid that Elon has talked about for a while now. Additionally, a Model S tow hitch was spotted in the parts catalog, meaning that the option to add a tow hitch could be coming soon, or it could be already installed on the next cars that are coming out. Within the next few months, it's very possible that new wheels, new tires, a new tow hitch, an active arrow wing, 7 seats, and more could be coming to the Model S. However, there are a number of software improvements that will be coming soon to the Model S because they're currently missing. As with any new product Tesla launches, there are many different pieces, and they also need to get the cars out of the door. In the Plaid Model S I reviewed, we noticed a number of features missing that should be added via software updates soon. For one, noise canceling is not active in the car. I checked settings and nothing was there, and Tesla confirms this in the owner's manual, saying, quote, "This feature may not be available at delivery. It is not yet in the Model S and should come soon in a software update." Additionally, a big draw for the Model S is gaming along with rear screen gaming. First, Witcher has been shown in renders since its announcement. Additionally, they demoed the car with Cyberpunk 2077 on screen. Neither of these games are included in the car yet, and it's unclear how they will make their way onto them. Seemingly with a software update, but there is no word from Tesla yet on how that will work. For rear screen gaming, Tesla clearly shows this operating in the Model S on their website and mentions that, quote, "Wireless controller compatibility lets you game from any seat." Right now, no, you can't actually game from any seat. Gaming is missing entirely from the rear screen in this version of software. The owner of this particular Model S also noted that you can't adjust following distance when autopilot is enabled. You would do so with the right scroll wheel, and this does not function in the new Model S at this point. In Motor Trend's review of the Plaid Model S, they said, quote, "Tesla says peak horsepower happens at 80 miles per hour and holds steady all the way to 200 miles per hour, provided you've dropped $4,500 on the optional 21-inch wheels and your car has a yet-to-be-released software update. In its current state, the Plaid is limited to 163 miles per hour. So right now, the Plaid is actually limited to 163 miles per hour, and software should be increasing that top speed in the coming weeks. So Tesla says that it will go 200 miles per hour, but it actually does not do so yet. Lastly, Tesla Raj and others have noted that the Model S screen is actually able to tilt through the UI, but again, it will be software unlocked later via software update. This feature is the only one I cast a little bit of doubt on, since it is not a promised feature of this car at this point, but I'd love to see it. So clearly the Plaid Model S launched before it was ready, and Tesla does this often. The software feels great, but definitely unfinished. Still, the car launched with the essentials and the core of the car working incredibly well, as independently verified by Motor Trend, and we'll get there more in a second. But there are a number of features that Tesla will need to bring soon via software update. They have still only delivered the first 25 Model S's, and they have thousands built and ready for delivery, so they are likely waiting for a new software update that adds all of these improvements to proceed with full deliveries. 25 excited Tesla customers may not mind getting their vehicles delivered without promised features, but thousands will surely take issue with it, so hopefully those updates come soon. It may be the update that takes the Model S from 10.2 up to version 11. Next up, as I mentioned in my last video, Tesla's new Model S long range actually dropped its top range from 412 miles to 405 miles with this refresh. It was then released by the EPA that the efficiency of the new Model S is actually better than the previous year. The 2020 model took 29 kilowatt hours to go 100 miles, whereas the new 2021 model took 28 kilowatt hours to go 100 miles. With the increase of efficiency must have come a decrease in battery pack size to only see a 3-mile range increase from last year, and that has now been confirmed. Tesla officially confirmed that they reduced the energy capacity of the all-new battery pack of the Model S. Motor Trend said, quote, "The battery pack was always the Achilles heel of earlier Model S performance variants, so Tesla updated it significantly to take full advantage of the tri-motor system. It's slightly smaller than before, 100 kilowatt hours on the Plaid versus about 104 kilowatt hours on the Model S performance this car replaces. But Tesla focuses its efforts on improving coolant and electrical current paths. The end goal is better thermal capacity, ensuring the Plaid can deliver sustained performance without overheating or power reduction." So it's now confirmed that the Model S has gone from a 104 kilowatt hour battery pack down to 100 kilowatt hours. The range has stayed around the same thanks to efficiency improvements to the pack, and the goal is that Tesla continues to work on efficiency with small improvements like this over time. A larger battery pack can achieve more range, but better efficiency is the best way to achieve more range if it can be done. Real quick, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Detail Union. You may remember a video I made at Detail Union over a year ago now, where they showed me all of the paint flaws on my car, fixed them, and ceramic coated it. At the time, their recommendation was to get PPF or paint protection film, and that is what I have done this time around. Detail Union is located just east of Pasadena in Monrovia, California. They do any and all detailing you could need on your car, and this time the focus was on PPF as well as window tinting. PPF is like a screen protector for your car, but better because on top of protecting, it also heals. The XPEL PPF they use heals very easily with heat. PPF is a high quality product, and a common install is the front only to prevent excessive rock chips on the hood and front bumper from road debris. But they also do the full vehicle like I did. All PPF comes with a 10-year warranty, and Detail Union did a fantastic job on that, as well as my window tint and badges. You can check them out by visiting detailunion.com or clicking the link in the description below. Regarding Motor Trend and their review of the Model S, the Plaid Model S knocked it out of the park. As is hopefully common knowledge by now, there are some pretty particular circumstances required to achieve the true 1.99 second 0 to 60 that Tesla quotes for the Model S. First, Tesla specifically has an asterisk specifying that the 1.99 seconds is with rollout subtracted. Additionally, I got a number of comments on my review stating that the 0 to 60 launches we did were closer to 3 seconds, and Tesla is lying. People seem to forget or not realize that testing on a normal street, letting off right at 60 miles per hour or before to avoid a speeding ticket, and many more factors are at play with an average street launch. You can't just expect 1.99 seconds in literally any circumstance. Motor Trend expanded on this after doing their own independent testing and achieving a 0 to 60 in 1.98 seconds, but with an asterisk. Tesla required Motor Trend to test at the Famoso Raceway near Bakersfield and required that they only launch the car on a VHT prepped surface. This is a prepped surface for added launch traction when drag racing. Drag strip mode is required to be enabled on a Plaid Model S when it launches, and that takes about 8 to 15 minutes for preconditioning the powertrain, motors, and battery for launches. Then you engage launch mode, wait 9 seconds, the Model S drops into cheetah stance, the car says launch ready, and you go. Motor Trend with the prepped surface hit a 9.25 second quarter mile at 152.6 miles per hour. Their 0 to 60 was under what Tesla quotes at 1.98 seconds. They said, quote, "The Plaid covers distance so quickly, it's difficult to even register what's happening. The yoke gets light in your hands. Your neck muscles strain as your helmeted head digs into the headrest, and your surroundings blur into mere shapes and colors as a quarter mile of pavement vanishes underneath you. Cheater surface or not, the time is staggeringly impressive. Even more impressive and true to Tesla's word, the Plaid is capable of posting those times consistently, never varying for more than a fraction of a second or so each time we rocketed down the strip. We've never tested a car so robotic in its consistency." This is one of the big advantages of the new Plaid setup compared with older Model S's. It can repeatedly launch and see no diminished results, doing launch after launch at full speed. The only thing they had overheat was the brakes on their last run of the day, but they also said that, quote, "As the day dragged on, the hot afternoon sun making it slightly more challenging for the Plaid to keep its batteries and motors at their ideal temperatures." That was Motor Trend testing the Plaid per Tesla's conditions, which Tesla feels the average customer would do who is truly trying to push the envelope and do launches. For normal track testing, Motor Trend went the next day and hit a 0 to 60 in 2.07 seconds, more than 0.2 seconds quicker than their previous record holder. Without a prepped surface and with the 1-foot rollout eliminated, they said the Plaid hit a 0 to 60 in 2.28 seconds. They weren't able to do a proper quarter mile test due to various rules, but calculated that it should have hit a quarter mile in 9.34 seconds at 152.2 miles per hour. The difference between a prepped and unprepped surface is just 0.09 seconds. For a 0 to 100 mile per hour record, the Model S also beat the record, hitting 8.2 seconds. That beat out the previous record by the McLaren Senna by 0.3 seconds. With all of that and those details about G-forces, Motor Trend confirmed that the 2022 Model S Plaid is the quickest production car they have ever tested, which is a huge accomplishment. It is breaking all the records that Tesla says it can, but don't expect your own street launches to hit 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds. You need perfect circumstances to do so, which aren't extremely out of the ordinary for quoted drag race track times. What's great to see is that Motor Trend liked the Model S aside from its speed. They finished out by saying, quote, "It doesn't matter if you're cruising down the highway, slogging through city traffic, or slicing down your favorite back road. The Model S Plaid delivers no matter what you ask it to do." Overall, an incredible review of the new Plaid Model S from Motor Trend, but of course they had to mention the Yoke steering wheel, which overall doesn't appear to have any incredibly positive reviews. Regarding the steering yoke, they said, quote, "The rectangular steering yoke, as expected, is a total pain to use at low speeds. The Plaid's 14:01 steering ratio needs to be at least twice as quick to make parallel parking, multiple point turns, and U-turns less frustrating and more intuitive. Alternatively, a variable ratio steering system could help at lower speeds too." The yoke has been quite controversial now that it is officially released and remains the only steering wheel option in the Model S. In first reviews, it definitely takes getting used to, and since Tesla didn't change steering rotation at all, it's pretty awkward on U-turns. When asked about Tesla adding a progressive steering ratio that changes at lower speeds to make maneuvering easier, Elon responded saying, quote, "I've been driving with the yoke for a while, and it's great in my opinion. Progressive steering would require complex gearing or drive-by-wire without direct mechanical link. We'll aim for that in a few years." It seems that any system that would reduce turning rotation in a Tesla with a steering yoke is a long time off. If even Elon says it's a few years away, that will surely be a long way out. This has made many people wonder if Tesla will be going all in on the yoke in the future. Not only does the Roadster prototype have a steering yoke, but the Cybertruck does as well. Whatever issues Tesla owners have with the yoke will surely come on both of those vehicles, and it would again be very smart for Tesla to just offer up the option for a round wheel on all of these vehicles. Regardless of how much better it is for Elon, people will want a round wheel for many years to come, and they should offer the option to allow for the most adoption possible on their cars. I think that the elimination of stocks and the movement of buttons to the yoke makes sense, and most owners will end up preferring this or accepting it as opposed to having stocks behind the wheel, but the yoke is the change that may result in customers buying aftermarket accessories to get a normal wheel into their Tesla. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, and in the meantime, if you want to see the latest on the Model Y and how it may soon be sold out through Q3, you can check out that video linked over here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.